Howdy, howdy, and how do you do? And welcome back to some Peglin. Let's see where we're at. Cruciball 7 with the Spinventor. We do need to finish out our round drill, but we'll do that maybe some other time because I'm feeling like a little bit of Spinventor, if I do say so myself. You might have heard a squeak or two. Oakley got a brand new toy over the weekend while I was gone out of town. And the squeaker, the body squeaker of the toy is broken, but the head squeaker is still intact. And she still loves it to the moon and back. But that is not what I wanted to discuss today. I want to discuss a joke that kind of went a little out of hand, or at least it expanded a little bit more than I ever dreamed it would have. And it took place today with my brother. He messaged me about the game that we've been playing. We've been playing a lot of Elder Scrolls Online, and he was telling me a few things about it. But over the weekend, Miss Oakley put another hole in the door that was already fixed. There was a flash storm that came through. I was out of town. I was across the country, and my wife had to work that night, so we didn't even know the storm. It didn't even show on any of our apps that there was a storm coming. No one knew the storm was coming, but it came, and Oakley broke out of her kennel, put another hole in the newly fixed wall, which is fantastic. But my brother gave me a hard time this morning about that whole ordeal with Miss Oakley. And so to get him back for that, I said, yeah, unfortunately, the apartment complex told us that, or advised us to get rid of Oakley. And so we put her in a no-kill shelter here in our local no-kill shelter where we live. And I guess whenever I said that, first thing he did was message his fiance about it. And then she messaged my mom about it. So, I kind of wanted smoke mod there, actually. But so now my mom, while I was just sitting at work, calls me out of the blue and asks me about if my wife and I put Oakley in a kennel, in a shelter. And you know, I'm a pretty advantageous kind of guy, and I saw the opportunity that was presented in front of us here. And with that, I decided to run with the joke. As long as I possibly could, of course, because I tend to play jokes like this on my mom or family members all the time. I am a jokester, a trickster, I don't know, disturb the peacer, I guess is another way to word it. But I essentially told my mom, yeah, we put Oakley in a kennel. It was just by the advice of the apartment complex. It is what it is. And then I kind of didn't think much of it. I figured she would see right through it. She didn't. She believed it, and we got off the phone, and then I was just getting messages after messages all day today in regards to it, and I just kept letting it go, like really cook. I let it fester. And 25 to upgrade, we'll still have 50. It's perfect for the shop. And so my wife slept in until around 3 p.m. About 3:30 p.m. because she works night shift and whatnot. So her sleep schedule is a little bit different than most of ours. I think a form of healing's not bad. I wouldn't mind a form of healing here. So her sleep schedule is a little bit off, but right at 3:30, my mom calls her and asks her about it. And I mean, one of the reasons I love my wife is the fact that she instantly just ran with the joke too. As soon as she heard about it, I didn't tell her anything because I'm not gonna wake the beast early, especially to tell her that I'm playing a joke like that. I wasn't gonna be the one that does that. But my mom woke her up and she went along with the joke. And I took the time today. I mean, all I have was what is the app? Publication. I went on, found a local shelter, and I decided to Photoshop Miss Oakley's picture and profile into that website and just make it appear that Oakley is actually up for adoption on this website. Took a screenshot of it, and as I was talking to my mom, as my wife was talking to my mom, she just couldn't believe us, and she was talking about plans on flying out here and picking up Oakley, and she'll take her home if we can't have her in the apartment, stuff like that. And we just kept like egging it on, like, you can try to do that, but I don't know if they'll let Oakley on a plane, XYZ. And then I decided to show off my beautiful artwork inside the website, sent it to my mother. She, of course, then sent it to my brother's fiance, who then is just all up in arms that, how could you dare ever do that? How could you? I lost respect and stuff like that. And of course, Oakley's still with us, but I'm not going to tell him that. I'm just going to let him fester. And then my mom started crying on FaceTime. She started crying, and that is kind of when I figured I think I took this a little bit too far. Now, you guys can be the judge on it too. If I took it just a little bit too far whenever my mom started crying, I think I probably did the moment my mom started crying from it. But I hope this video is not as choppy as it looks in my OBS, because in my OBS it looks very choppy. So I apologize if this video is choppy. That is not the intent of the video, to be choppy. But this isn't Cruciball 7 either. How frustrating is the game that it does that all the time to us, where it's not giving us Cruciball 7 whenever we had it selected on Cruciball 7. This is just the base game, right? I think it's the base game. We have 2 refreshes and 2 crit. No, we got 2 refreshes. It is. Oh, I was going to be so sad that it did that to us again. I think it's better to upgrade you. Balm. We have the cookie. I don't think we need the balm. You know? Just don't think we necessarily need it. So whenever my mom started crying, I told her the truth, that Oakley's still with us, and that it wasn't supposed to go this far. It was only supposed to get my brother irritated because my brother was making fun of me, and so it was my defense mechanism. But then his fiance decided to share it, so I figured, what an opportunity, and we ran with it. So that was that part of the joke. But I finally came clean to my brother too. Well, I sent my brother the screenshot that I made, and of course, it doesn't look great. It does not look great by any means. I kind of fancy the Matryoshka shell here. I kind of fancy the Matryoshka shell, because if we have 1 of every orb, we're going to be stronger. The orb itself is going to be strong. Of course, you're not going to be strong. If we can get rid of those 2 stones, our stones will be even stronger than they lead to believe, but it's still a 2-5 stone that splits into 2. I think that's a good decision here. But I came clean to my brother because he saw straight through the facade, because the Photoshop or the altered image was not the best to work. It was pretty obvious. in some cases. But of course, if you're that worked up, you can't really see. You'll see what you won't see or look that closely at it or close enough at it. So it did its job. It did what it needed to do. Just want to go left here. But my brother, whenever he found out it was all a joke and stuff, he decided to keep it going with his fiance. And that's why my brother and I are brothers, probably, is because we both have the same mindset and we love to really get people worked up for whatever reason. We find joy out of it. So he is still keeping the joke going with his fiance as of now. I'm going to talk to him later. He wants to play some Elder Scrolls Online later tonight, so probably going to play with him for a little bit and see, as long as he's still alive, his fiance very well could have killed him. But let's hope not, but who knows? Because she was very worked up with this whole debacle. Understandably, I mean, in her eyes, she thinks we got rid of Miss Ogie. We didn't get rid of Miss Oak. No. But she is so hyper right now. Since I've been gone, she was so excited to see me back. So I say we buy the Morbid Orb here. Yeah, I say we buy it. We don't worry about upgrading for now. Well, shoot. Inventory. We upgrade once. Because now it's a 1-4. Yeah, we upgrade once. We grab Power Glove because that's going to essentially, that counteracts our Matryoshka shell by half. It cuts it by 50%. That's going to be fantastic for us. So my brother keeps the joke going. I'll find out how it goes, and then I'll fill you guys in once we collaborate later this evening on and brag about our jokes and how we carried them out to the fullest of their capabilities. It's kind of unfortunate that you survived with 77 HP there. And I'm going to blame it solely on the fact that we're going to grab you too. I'm going to blame it solely on the fact that we have 2 orbs. We don't have any self-damage. More gold's not bad. Let's remove another stone here. Say more gold's not bad. Venturing is not great, but not terrible. Bad cheese is just a little bit of extra damage. We have no pierce, which hopefully we don't have the pierce fight. No, it's the wall, so we're fine. The wall is a fine fight for us. We're gonna should be able to do enough damage. We'll offer up the pebble. So now we have a level 3 Morbid Orb, which is fantastic. Now our Swole Orb can get leveled up, which would be nice, but not required at this current juncture. Because watch this. Oh, Swole Orb's a 2-5 right now. That's a pretty good base damage, not gonna lie. Which I guess it'll be a 2-9 come the end. I think that's usually how it goes. We still have 2 pebbles, so our pebbles are still a little bit weaker. The reason I'm saying we need one of them is because of the Spinventor originality. The unique orbs in your deck get +1/+2, so it's always better to just have one of each orb in our decks. I say we upgrade you. We don't need to worry about healing too much here. I think we'll heal just fine with the refreshes. I think. Could be wrong. Which this fight kind of is a sucky fight to be having here. Hit a refresh, hit a refresh, hit a refresh. No! If you hit a refresh, that would have really helped tremendously. Big refresh. If we can get the, what is it called? The heavy shaft potion, I think we will be better off here. But for now, I'll accept what we have. Take you guys all out one at a time, I suppose. I did throw that Swole Torb at that refresh just so that we can get a little bit of healing in. I think I'd rather throw you. The Morbid Orb here. Big refresh on the Morbid Orb, enough to take out the front boss. Yeah, we lost a lot of health on this fight, but we at least survived it, and that's all that matters to me. To moi. Poison Slime. For one, we do want to heal, right? We don't want this upgrade because we want to make sure we have enough money to sell our one stone that we have left. So that's 3 times the recovered health. We'll heal 2 health every time we refresh. That's this extra 6 damage. Is a targeted enemy. Every time we refresh, that's about 6 damage if we are lacking thereof health, or we just avoid damage altogether the first time. We would lose health in each battle. I say we do the puppet. I think the puppet's just going to be a little bit better for us. 6 damage, yeah, that's decent, but that's not great, you know? There's room for improvement there. There's better options. See, perfect. We didn't even gain any extra health. We can our extra money. Some of these would have been great, like the Complex Claw would have been great, but do we only have 1 stone? Yes, we do only have 1 stone. So I think we do Complex Claw. The reason being that makes our Matryoshka shell. It does a -2, -2. This will make it this adds +1/+1. So now it's only a -1/-1. If we grab you Complex Claw, that'll make this only a -1, -0, which is great. Which is fantastic, I do believe, especially with the Light Shaft Potion where our refreshes are crits. That is great for us. We are fighting a lot of shielded enemies with our ranged unit all the way in the back there, I see. So we never picked up anything for Pierce, which kind of is poo-poo. But it is what it is. It is what it is. And now we have to spend more resources getting through a shield, which even if we got is it Axe Me anything? I don't remember what it's called. The axe that was given to us that makes it to our shields don't have their increased resistances. Even if we grabbed that, we one-shot every shield that we fought, so it didn't really make a difference for us. Healing was a waste of money there. The amount of health we have. The amount of health we have doesn't matter against the wall because the wall will one-shot us. When it comes to it, I think we skip you and just throw you here. Oh, such a good decision, I think. Well, all those 3s are pretty great. Oh, big refresh. Refresh on the way out. That's all right. Hitting some of these threes. The stone. Do I throw the stone? Stone's not bad. It's better not to skip it than to skip it, I think. Yeah, we'll be fine throughout this. Because this bad boy's gonna pop off here. Hit a big refresh on the way out. 1400 damage is more than enough. And then you will do 1400 damage again. And you'll easily do 500. Well, no crits that time, but you still did 500. I'll take it, I'll take it, I'll take it. Next orb fired gets... Maybe you are good at this point. Because now you're the defresh potion. The squirrels are pretty nice. I do fancy squirrels. We do have a morbid, so that's kind of... We have a morbid orb, so that nullifies our whole morbid orb. But Mr. Squirrel... I think we want Mr. Squirrel. Morbid. Defresh potion's probably going to be a better idea, even though we have a morbid orb. I think it's better to have all of our orbs have the morbid ability. We're fighting the dragon again, which is kind of weird that it's been very obsessive of the dragon here recently. Heavily obsessive of this dragon. A 1-4. Now you're a 5-13, which is great because you separate and do a kind of garbage damage. Well, I'm not impressed with that necessarily. The squirrel's okay. Probably not the greatest of maps for the squirrel anyway. Ball lightning, no. I think I would have rather had that. Highway orbery. The reason being, let's see if we can get, no, we couldn't get all of them. The reason being, we have all this excess money, or at least we're going to have all this excess money, and might as well upgrade an orb that has unlimited upgrades, and it's just going to get stronger and stronger as we go. Now you're probably not bad. The reason I picked that up is because it's going to be a good source of healing for us when it comes to the dragon final fight. Because the dragon's going to do quite a bit of damage to us. And I think it will be better for us if we had a refresh. Consistent refresh. The fact that we took damage there is kind of annoying. You should pop off with how many squirrels? You only made one squirrel, which I guess is fine. You made a squirrel too, which is fine. It is kind of annoying that the squirrels are all staying together, but it is what it is. It's all the same momentum. But look how many squirrels it made. If we had, what is it called? The gift that keeps on giving. I wonder how many squirrels we can make. The gift that keeps on giving with Matri Orbshka. I bet we can make so many squirrels. We are definitely lacking damage here. Which hindsight, we wouldn't have been lacking so much damage if we grabbed the defresh potion. But beggars cannot be choosers here. Maybe I should have skipped and thrown the refresh orb so we can get max HP again. What do you do after attacking this orb? The next orb fires will attack all enemies. We don't care about that. First peg hit, each shot target It's not really that great either. We'll just upgrade or refresh. We're not doing any when applying negative status effects to an enemy, increase the amount. We're not doing any of that. Now the refresh, now that's going to be pretty good. Every time the board is refreshed, gain 1 Mu Circle with our refresh orb. That's going to be great. And honestly, do I get Ambidextrary or Bomb Baton? I say let's do Bomb Baton. The reason being for the Bomb Baton, so that we have some bombs, I suppose. Maybe that wasn't a great choice either. Because if I did the wall bounces contribute to damage, I think that would have been a little bit better for us, but I think we should be fine against this final boss. I think. Because look how many refreshes we're going to get here. Maxes this out. Our Mu Circle is going to be huge. Or Mus Circle. Or Mus Circle because it's flying muscle. I know I messed that up quite a few times for you all. But I am mere human. I make mistakes time to time. Beautiful. Not as beautiful. I don't think we needed that relic, per se. $51. How big do you think we can get that? $91. Well, we couldn't get as big as I wanted it to, but 91 still decent. Oh well, now that Mask of Sorrow would have been great with how much blind we're going to be applying. I got rid of a lot of bombs there that I did not need to get rid of. There goes some bombs too. And this should end the fight for sure. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Maybe if we had defresh potion, I mean the duplication potion with the tactical treat, I would have picked up Reorbanizer, but it doesn't make sense right now. Skip through, we don't care about fireballs. We have short fuse, so the fireballs they're useless for us. Great work. Yes. Enough bombs to get rid of everything. That was fantastic work. Are you crazy to throw here, or should I have thrown the other? Maybe you were crazy to throw. You all went the same way, eh? What a 7-9? Really building up quite well. An Ether Wheel would be nice. Just another form of refresh, pretty consistent refresh. Whenever slime is applied to orb now. I think Pumpkin Pie. Pumpkin Pie is going to be really great for the dragon if it's on the left or right side. Should be pretty great for us. Dang it. The bombs being right there are kind of sad for us. Oh. Now that was a big one. 10,000 HP, that's just crazy. Because it's not only just 10,000 HP, it gets to 15,000 at some point. Okay, then there's that. That was exactly what we're looking for. And maybe I shouldn't have thrown our slime there. 5-8. We're just so strong without even hitting a crit because our crit and refreshes are so hidden from us. Yeah, we wanted the refresh to get thrown out there. Oh, beautiful. What a beautiful run. Thank you all so much for tuning in with us today. Let me know if I took my joke a little too far. But everyone is now aware that we still have Oakley, so happy ending, I suppose. Thank you all so much, and I look forward to talking with you all later. Bye-bye.